Finally, we have reached to the last video of the first module, structural transformation. So far we have discussed 70 years of Pakistan economy in detail. We have discussed these 70 years in 7 different economic eras and different videos discussing in detail the economic incidents or diversified features of the economy. So आज की video is the last video in which we'll be briefly discussing or we'll have a quick analysis of these 70 years of development in Pakistan's economy. First of all, we'll divide or discuss the overall Pakistan's economy having different type of regimes. One is a military regime and second is a democratic regime. So if we look in detail, in 70 सालों में 32 years are of the military government in Pakistan having 3 different time periods, and 38 years are of the democratic government having 4 different time periods. So democracy prevails, or democracy as compared to the military government has more time in Pakistan's economy. And then comes the overall growth rate since independence. That remains around 5%, which sounds very reasonable and commendable for any developing economy, although its trend is falling since 1988. But having this reasonable growth rate, average growth rate, Pakistan is still considered 39th poorest nation among 203 nations quoted by the World Bank. That is questionable. Then second important fact about the Pakistan's economy in these 70 years is Pakistan remains highly dependent on aid and foreign assistance. So that is the reason, even after 7 decades of political independence, foreign countries and multinational institutions play a very dominant role in economic and political affairs of the country. That needs to be taken seriously. Then comes type of development. Pakistan is having capitalistic type of development, although in the initial time period on the beginning, state and the government played very important role in the capital formation, in industrial development, but later on the private sector is responsible for growth and development in the capital formation industry. So then if you look at the overall GDP growth rate in this time period, I have a quick review. Sometime it's very high and sometime it shows very lowest trend. So it remains very volatile. One can analyze and quickly quote that Pakistan's growth rate remains volatile. It was not long lasting and consistent. If it was consistent growth rate, our country would have a better position, economic position in the region. Then comes to the other indicators, like Pakistan is still lowest performer in South Asian region on Human Development Index, especially in education indicator, and Pakistan is still lowest female labor force participation rate in this region. Then next is tax to GDP ratio, which is 12.4%. It's still one of the lowest in the world. Then comes corruption. Pakistan was considered second most corrupt country after Nigeria in 1996-97. Although this position has improved a lot in 2018, but still we have an awkward position. Pakistan's score is 32 out of 100 in corruption perception index by the Transparency International. So Pakistan at the time of independence was bestowed with immense natural resources and skilled labor, human resources. So Pakistan was blessed with these resources. Having these resources, Pakistan could have grown much more, having a reasonable growth rate as well. But हमने डिटेल में देखा कि Pakistan has seen the bottlenecks and different kind of economic issues in different sectors. That might be the reason we still lag behind other nations of the world, or especially nations of the region. Although 7 decades is a fairly long time for an economy to transform, to change, to develop, but unfortunately Pakistan is lag behind other nations of the world, or especially of the region, having same story of development and growth. So we'll be discussing in detail the issues related to Pakistan economy and different sectors in the next module or next modules. The first module is over today. We have discussed in detail the 70 years of Pakistan economy, and I tried to make a strong foundation by discussing economic history of the country in detail. I hope and expect you have learned a lot with these videos, and you will be studying from the recommended book and the helping material. I would suggest you to have a thorough understanding or comprehensive learning, and you can have questions to me if you come across any problem regarding the content which I have delivered. By this the module 1 is completed. Good luck for the module 1, और हम नेक्स्ट मॉड्यूल जो है वो एग्रीकल्चर से रिलेटेड है, वो हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में स्टार्ट करेंगे डिस्कस करना. एंड फॉर टुडे, गुड लक एंड हैव अ गुड डे. सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो.